Okay, so now that we've got an understanding of how the commission scales work, the schedule of commissions works, I want to give you an example of a potential year and 2 years earnings from starting. Somebody that just comes and starts from scratch, month 1 to month 12. So let's say you close 2 deals a month, and that's what you're going to do. You're a part-time salesperson, and you got a full-time job, or you've got something that keeps most of your time during the day. But you're going to be able to sell 2 deals a month. At 2 deals a month of the typical system, you're going to be closing about 10,000 watts per month. The typical system is 5,000 watts. Times 2 is 10,000 watts. And let's say your commission is the 80 cents. You're selling at $3.80. Our base is $3. So now we've got an 80-cent commission. So your total commission that comes through that sale is going to be the 80 cents times the 10,000 watts, and that's $8,000. So that's going to be the same every month. You're going to do the same thing every month for 12 months. Just 2 deals a month for 12 months. All you're going to do. All right? Change that to dollars. So your first month you're at 60%. So what you're going to get as far as your paycheck is going to be the 60% times the total commission that came through your sale. So the first month you're making $4,800. Well, you closed 10,000 watts that first month, so now you're at 70% the following month. So the following month, even though you're closing the same amount of production, your commission goes up $800. Again, you get promoted again to 80% because you close another 10,000 watts. Multiply that by the total commission, so on and so forth, until you get to 90%. And once you're at 90%, you are at the broker contract, and you will be there, and you don't have to requalify or anything like that. And your first year's income, potentially, if you only closed 2 deals a month, is about $81,000 a month. Part-time. That's probably working weekends. In San Diego, the market is wide open. Out of all the homes in San Diego that should have solar, only about 6% do. So we have over 90% of the market still wide open in San Diego for the homes that should have solar. Okay? So let me show you what the following year would be, because you're going to be at 90% forever now. So for the following year and every year after that, if all you do is sell 2 deals a month, you'll make $86,400 a year part-time. Now, let's say you do decide to because this is what I call the diamond in the rough, the brokerage system. Again, you don't have to recruit. This is not a multi-level marketing system. This is a brokerage system, just like a real estate brokerage and an insurance brokerage. So now we're going to take a look at a series of recruits. Let's just say you recruit 1 person per month after you get promoted to your first level, or your second level. I'm sorry. So your first month you don't recruit anyone because you're at 60%. But once you get promoted to 70%, now you recruit somebody, right? And your override, if you notice, between you and that first recruit is going to be a 10% override. So now you got a 10% override on that recruit. And if you've trained him or her to produce the exact same thing that you produce, 2 deals a month, 5,000 watts each, you're going to get 10% on their production, which is similar to yours, for 4 months until they get promoted to 90%, right? If they're doing the same production, you're going to receive a $3,200 override on that person. So let's say the third month, you recruit another person Now you're at 80% now. Now you got a 20% override on the second person. And if you train them to produce the same thing, the same production that you produce for the next 4 months, you're going to receive a $1,600 a month override on those people. You notice here now that's over a $2,000. That's a $2,400 override on month 3. And then when you get promoted to 90%, you recruit another person, and then you got a 30% override on that person. Right? So now you make an additional, on that particular person, you make an additional $9,000. So now, every time you recruit somebody new, you're going to have a 30% override on them. Basically, the math, of course, the math is different because, you know, they move up in scales, but this is just trying to make our math a little bit easier. And we'll keep it at 4. If you only recruit 4 people, every time you got promoted, you recruited 1 person, you make an additional $28,000 in addition to your, that's overrides. So your total income for that first year is $110,000 for the first year. Now, I don't know what types of part-time jobs there are out there, but I doubt that there are very many where you can work on the weekends and earn $110,000. And this is we created this spreadsheet from scratch. None of the calculations were preset. So I hope you guys got a good idea of the potential here, and you can scale this up as much as you want. 2 deals a month, 3 deals a month, 4 deals a month. You can see the tremendous potential that we've got here, especially in the brokerage building opportunity. Okay? All right. Thanks, guys.